When they came preaching this Jesus Christ, what did they do to these people? In the Crusades. In the Crusades. You use as justification to kill them. To kill them. To kill them because they didn't want to submit to their rulership.
That's right.
We can admit that's wrong. But let me show you something. That wrong is still existing today. That wrong is now perpetuated in all the churches.
That's right.
That wrong is still prominent, that the government of the day has already subjected to their rulership.
That's right.
Because their rulership say 25th of December is a holiday, Christmas. A person who repents is they changing the way of living, meaning that you're not going to celebrate the customs of this world, but you're going to celebrate the customs that are written in the scriptures.
That's right.
Because we don't practice the customs of the Bible in this land. For example, that is why you have a statute for Christmas. It is always on the 25th of December. That is why it have a statute in place for carnival season. It have a statutes in place for Easter in the system. There's a holiday for it and all kind of thing. But where is the statutes where the Sabbath day to keep it holy in this land? Only among the people who of the book, not among everybody else. Because the world, the world itself not following after what Christ said. So you don't have the spirit of prophecy, but you're actually following the spirit of this man here, who leading the people astray.
That's right.
So at the end of it all, the root of it all that you say, you want to believe that how you are saved through repentance and faith in Christ.
Correct.
But that is what you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't believe that I am saved because I keep the law. That is not what you believe, right?
No, because people who keep the law, remember what is salvation? You have to get the right concept or understanding of what salvation is. Salvation is to be saved from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate you.
That's right.
Let me show you how we could determine that. Remember Psalm chapter 83 and verse 1. This will help you understand something. Because the Israelites, our people, are under siege by all the other nations of people. But it is a very quiet story being spread among their people, but not among you. You just don't understand it.
Okay, but can I just say one thing before you read it?
Yeah.
Right, so I believe that scripture when it says save from your enemies or whatever, right? But, right, so let me just offer a comment on that.
Right.
All you consider Paul saved?
Paul saved, or will
Paul was saved?
Paul's writings?
Who was Saul and then
Yeah,
Paul,
yeah, yeah.
How come he was still beheaded then by his enemies?
Who be remember? Alright. Paul grew up in a religious society. Paul, when he was Saul, he was one of the persons who was persecuting the people who was keeping the commandments of God.
That's right.
Correct? So before Paul get in understanding and started to, and repented and say, alright, but hey, Christ is the man appeared to me. The man showed me the way and to me change my life. And he was now instrumental in writing many of the books in the New Testament. Majority, right? So Paul, before he was Saul, he was one of the persecutors and I was among the people who was saying, go and kill Stephen. Because he was one of the persons who oversee it.
That's right.
Right? So when Paul get the conversion and he say, I kicking against a prick. Because he get because God say, I am going to show this man how much thing he must suffer for me. Right? So hear this. Go back to Revelation, Psalm 83. Yes. Hear this.
Psalm chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
So the enemies are, our people is the enemies are God.
That's right.
They hate the way that God was governing the earth.
That's right.
And they hate his people. Read on.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And the writer said, they that hate God have lifted up the head. Read on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And all of them have taken crafty counsel against God's people. Read it.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And those who don't know who are Israel and hiding in other countries, they have taken crafty and consultation to destroy their people. Read on.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So, let me show you something. When this guy came here, I don't know if you read, you reach far. How far in Christianity you read? When they came preaching this Jesus Christ, what did they do to these people? In the Crusades. In the Crusades. You use as justification to kill them. To kill them. To kill them because they didn't want to submit to their rulership.
That's right.
But we can admit that that was wrong. Yeah.
We can admit that's wrong.
Yeah.
But let me show you something. That wrong is still existing today.
Bring it on.
That wrong is now perpetuated in all the churches.
That's right.
That wrong is still prominent, that the government of the day has already subjected to their rulership.
That's right.
Because their rulership say 25th of December is a holiday, Christmas.
Okay, so back to Trinidad, just to clarify.
Right.
You all believe that the whole church believes that you're only saved through grace according to the sacrifice that Jesus
Where's grace?
that he forgave you and your sins even though we don't deserve it.
That's true, yes.
You hold to that?
Yeah, we hold to that. But hold on, what you hold to?
That is exactly what I
That is exactly what I hold to?
that I am not good enough and none of my works can earn salvation, and it's only through his free gift of his sacrifice, what he did on his cross and taking my punishment is what allows me now to boast.
Yeah, but if it is that you continue in sin, right? You are making yourself a second time a transgressor at the same Savior.
That's right.
And he then therein is no salvation for you.
Correct.
Let me show you how you transgress the commandments of God and you don't know. You don't know. Right? Remember Numbers chapter 18. 15, yeah. Let me show you how you transgressing. And when I say you, I also mean everybody who listening, everybody who buying, selling, cooking, washing, cleaning on the Sabbath day.
Okay.
Right? Watch it. Read it.
Numbers chapter 15 and verse 38.
You're going to get the backstory before you hear the story. This brother, for the first time, this sin going to get committed in Israel. He going to break the Sabbath day. He going to gather sticks and he going to do what he wanted, what he had in his mind to do. And God say, you know the story? Alright, great. I'm glad they know the story. Read on.
Numbers chapter 15 and verse 38.
Bring it out.
Start with 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So, after that fella transgressed these commandments, this law was instituted. Yeah, I see you having any. You know why I don't have it? Because nobody tell you about it. Because if it is that if somebody told you that the children of Israel are supposed to observe this, you would have do it.
So I'm asking this, you all still don't eat shellfish and things like that as well because it's out of the law. Correct, right?
Correct?
Alright, now let's ask this though. Are you aware of the 3 types of laws that was quoted there? That's right?
Yeah.
Right, the moral law, the civil law, and the ceremonial law.
Let me add 2 more now.
Oh, what's 2 more?
Have 2 more laws, 2 more parts of it.
I'm familiar with the other 2.
Alright, good. You will get it fair.
Because as far as, well, just to voice my opinion, that the 3 types of laws, those 3 types of law, moral, civil, and ceremonial, 2 types of law was passed away when Jesus fulfilled them. As he said, he didn't come to pass away, he came to fulfill the law. And the moral law is what stands throughout time.
But there is still the dietary law.
Right, that was part of the civil law actually.
But
Those laws was given specifically to the Israelite nation.
Well, that's what we're talking to.
Alright.
We're not talking to the whole world. We're not here. Don't get confused, bro.
But can you see that as a non-Israelite, somebody else who's not Israelite, the moral and civil law does not apply to them?
It doesn't.
No, not moral, sorry, ceremonial and civil.
None of them apply to them.
The moral law still apply to them.
No, it applies to us, not to them.
That's right. No, the moral law still apply to them.
All the laws in the scriptures pertain to the Israelites, not to everybody else.
That's right.
So wasn't them, I forget the name of the tribe, if you're correct, I'm sure you all know about it. that was the ones who used to sacrifice the children.
The Moabites?
On the Molech, I forget the name of the thing.
Yeah.
They were still held to God's moral law standard, even though the moral law wasn't given.
Yeah, because many of the times our people was in their lands.
If it's the same people I'm talking about, I don't believe so. Because that was when we commanded.
Oh, what scripture was that?
That was, if you can remember, I could be wrong, and I am wrong for not having it on us. But if you remember, the story is when he commanded, I think it's Moses and them to come and wipe them out and to kill them and to not leave any man, woman, or child alive.
I think you're mixing up stories. You're bringing two stories into one. You're bringing two stories into one. But anyway, that happened more than once in the scriptures. That same thing you just say happened more than once. When these people would transgress, he said, go into that city and kill everybody in that city. Right? But who did he command to do it? Did he command everybody else? Exactly, same thing. Same situation. Same situation. It's just we living in a different geographical area. The laws of God still stand to his people. It means that, let me show you that, Deuteronomy 27:9. I'm going to show you it now. Because you need to, I feel you're missing a vital point or a vital connection between the two. Watch this, read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 27 and verse 9. And Moses and the priests, the Levites, spake unto all Israel, saying, Take heed and hearken, O Israel. This day thou art become the people of the Lord thy God.
So the children of Israel, when they came out of Egypt, crossed the Red Sea, God now drowned all the Egyptians. He destroyed their city because he take out all the men. All the powerful men in Egypt, he killed all of them. And he said, Take heed this day, thou art become the people of the Lord thy God. And here's what he said in 28 and verse 1. 28 and verse 1, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
God now told the children of Israel, if you observe my commandments, I was now going to make the children of Israel the leading nation above all in all the earth. How much nations it had in the earth? Many nations at that time. When that did happen in the scriptures, when was the children of Israel successful that they became the ruling nation on the face of the earth? Under who? It started in the King David time, and then finished up in King Solomon time, and then after that all the children of Israel started to transgress after Solomon's death. And then the nation of Israel split into two. With that split, one people was now going to be called Gentiles out of the 12 tribes of Israel. 9 tribes of them who were split, they was now going to be called Gentiles for transgressing the commandments of God and started to follow after customs that wasn't their father's own.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord.